breath in Sanskrit. We're going to try another breathing technique. So just scoot your hips forward a little bit so that there's a space now between the back of the chair and your back. Take one hand and place it on your abdomen. Take the other hand behind you to your low back. And we're going to begin to practice what's called victorious breath. And it's a calming breath, and you're going to narrow your vocal cords or your windpipe. So you're going to inhale and exhale the same way, and it's kind of like Darth Vader breathing. And this first quote that I'm going to read to you is by Sri Chinmoy. Meditation speaks. It speaks in silence. It reveals. It reveals to the aspirant that matter and spirit are one. Quantity and quality are one. The immanent and the transcendent are one. It reveals that life can never be the mere existence of 70 or 80 years between birth and death, but is rather eternity itself. So take this opportunity to set an intention for your practice today. It can be an affirmation, a short prayer, and send well wishes to someone in need. We're going to keep the eyes closed for a few more moments, but we're going to start our physical practice. So you can take your hands and rest them again on your thighs or your knees. You're going to inhale. On the exhale, take your right ear down to your right shoulder. Hold here. Feel the stretch. We rise back up through center. We inhale. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Come back through center. We inhale. On the exhale, you're going to take your chin over towards your right shoulder. Hold here. Come back through center. Take another inhale. Exhale left. from here, we're going to drop the chin towards the chest and then take it through center over to the right. Pause here. Back over to the left. Pause. Over to the right. Over to the left. One more round. Over to the right. Back to the left. We're going to right the head, so we're sitting up nice and tall. Take your right hand, thread it behind your back. If you can, hold onto your left arm. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder. So a little deeper version of the stretch that we did earlier. So we're stabilizing the left arm so we get a better stretch. Come back through center, we change sides. So now the left hand's gonna hold the right arm. We inhale and side bend left. We release the pose, releasing the arms, we right the head, we take the hands to the top of the thighs or the knees, and we're going to come into a dancing cat. So we're going to inhale, draw the chest forward, look up, and then exhale, we're going to round through the spine, fold forward, maybe your gaze is at your abdomen. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We come back through center. Take your hands to your hips. And we're going to keep the pelvis stable, and then we're going to just shift the upper body to the right, and then over to the left. Right and left. Right and left. Come back to center. We're going to inhale the right leg. Exhale, kick it forward. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, set it down. Inhale the left. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more round. Right leg up, out, in, and down. Left, up, out, in, and down. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Maybe gaze up and look at as your palms press. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Two more. Inhale, sweep up, gaze up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe scoot to the more forward in your chair to give yourself a little bit more space. So again, we're going to inhale. inhale, sweep the arms. On the exhale, we're going to lower the right arm and then reach the left arm overhead to the right, so we come into a side bend. Inhale, back to center, both palms touch. Exhale, lower the left, right arm reaches overhead. Go 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So now we're going to add a twist. So we're going to rise up through center. And then we're going to exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, sweep up through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale to the left. When we inhale, we're going to continue with half sun salutation. So the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. So bring your chest to your thighs. Maybe your hands can come down to your feet. Maybe they come to your knees. And then we're going to inhale, halfway rise with a flat back. Exhale, fold forward again. And on your inhale, sweep your arms up and out to the side. And then exhale your hands to heart center. So 2 more of those. So we inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway rise with a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to sitting. Exhale, hands to prayer. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep, rise up. Exhale, hands to prayer. So we're going to come into our eagle legs. So your hands can hold the chair if you want. You can hold them in prayer. You can have your hands on your hips. We're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left. And then uncross. So we're going to inhale, cross it over. Exhale, uncross. 1 more time. And now we change sides, so left over right. So now we're going to come into a full seated eagle. So maybe you scoot to the edge. Stay where you are. So again, we're going to take the right leg, cross it over the left. Maybe you can hook it twice, or just let your foot hang. We're going to sweep the arms out to the side. And now we're going to draw them together. Take your left arm underneath your right. Cross your elbows. And then maybe the back of the hands come together, maybe the palms come together. We inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, drawing the elbows in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we rise back up to sitting. We unwind the arms, stretch them out. And then lower them to your chair or your hips. Uncross the right leg. So what we do on one side in yoga, we do on the other. So now we cross left over right, hook once, maybe twice. And then Gently reach the arms out to the side. And now we draw them together, taking the right underneath the left. Cross the elbows, back of the hands or palms together. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rise back up to sitting. We unwind the arms, stretch them out. Lower them to your chair. Uncross your legs. So now we're going to come into our goddess legs. So for now, you can just rest your hands on your thighs. We're going to take the right leg, step it out to the right, turning the toes out. Take the left leg, step it out. So these are our goddess legs. And what you're trying to do is take your knees and hold them up and out so you feel a stretch on the inside of your thighs. And now we step the right leg in, left leg in, right leg out, left leg out. Pause, maybe even taking your hands to the inside of your knees to lift them out a little bit. Yoga should never hurt. And now we draw the right leg in, left leg in. One more time. Right foot out, left foot out. We hold here. So maybe opening the knees a little bit, feeling the stretch. From here, we're going to take the right elbow down to the right thigh. Take your left hand to your hip. And then we're going to take it up skyward and then overhead to the right. We release the pose, so now we're going to change sides. So the left elbow is going to come down to the thigh. The right hand comes to the hip. And then we take it skyward. And then overhead to the left. We rise up to sitting. And now we'll keep the legs the way they are. So we have our goddess legs and we'll come into a twist. So we're going to take the left hand over to the right leg. Your right hand can come to the chair seat or the chair back or your hip, whatever you prefer. And then maybe you're looking over your right shoulder. We unwind from the twist, so turning the head forward first, and then releasing the body, and then coming into the twist to the other side. So right hand comes to the left leg or knee. Left hand can come to the chair seated back. We unwind from the pose again, and this time we're going to step the feet together. So we're going to come into, well actually we'll start here. So we're going to press on the seat and then lift the hips and just hold. Lower the hips to the seat. We're going to come to the edge. And so you can either practice what we just did. If you're feeling confident, you can lift up off the seat and then drop your hips a little bit. So you're strengthening the arms. And then we press back up, sit your seat, draw your feet back, and we're going to come into our chair stance. So we're going to go with 10 today. So your arms are at your sides, draw your feet back so that they're underneath you. Lean forward, put weight into your feet. So you could use your hands if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to lean forward, sweep, and rise up to chair, not a full stand. And then we're going to sweep the arms back and sit back down. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna shake it up a little bit. So we're going to take the right leg, step it out to the right. Reach your left leg back behind you, so you can maybe spin onto your toes, so you're still sitting on your chair. And then sweep your arms up overhead. If that's too much, you can hold them at the space of your heart, at the level of your chest. So this is crescent pose or high lunge. And then if you can, swivel that left heel down. We're going to come into warrior 2. So we're going to reach the right arm to the mirror, reach the left arm back behind you. So with any luck, your shoulders are stacked over your hips. And now we're going to surrender. So we're going to lower the left hand to the back of your left leg. Turn your right palm to face the ceiling. And then take your right arm up and overhead. Gazes up to the ceiling. So nice side body stretch. We'll come back to our warrior 2. So right arm reaches to the mirror, left arm reaches behind. And now we'll lower the hands to the hips and we'll swivel around to the other side. So now we step the left foot out to the left. Stretch the right leg back behind, so maybe you're on your toes. Then we take the arms skyward for crescent pose or high lunge. And now we'll transition to warrior 2, so maybe swiveling that right heel down. The left arm is going to reach over to the, I don't know what to call that wall. The right arm reaches behind. And now we surrender, so we lower the right hand to the back of your right leg, turn your left palm up to the sky, and then inhale, take your left arm up and overhead. We come back to our warrior 2. We take our hands to the hip creases, and then we draw the legs back, facing forward. So now we're going to stand up and walk to the back of our chair. So standing with our hands on the back of the chair, just walk your feet back. As far as you can, so that you make an L with your body. So this is our variation of downward dog. Put your weight into your right leg, and then float your left leg back behind you, if you can. So this is Vira 3 or Warrior 3. It is a standing balance pose. And now we lower the left leg next to the right. Coming back to our down dog. And now we put the weight into the left leg, float the right leg back behind. And you're trying to get your legs at a right angle with one another. So you're reaching back through that right heel and trying to keep all 5 toes pointing down towards the floor so that your hips and pelvis are level. And now we lower the right foot next to the left. And now we step the feet closer to the chair. We come back to standing. And let's practice our mountain pose. So feet are hip width apart. We press through the 4 corners of the feet. And then if possible, float the hands away from the body, palms turning forward. And you're trying to lengthen, so taking the crown, the top of your head skyward, and then taking your hands down towards the floor at the same time. So there's this opposition in the body. And now, if you like, float the arms skyward. So we come into tall mountain. So now the palms press towards one another, but the arms don't move. So we're just energetically pressing. We lower the arms back down to the side, so we come back to our mountain pose, Tadasana. Release the tension in the body, and then take the hands and hold the back of the chair. So maybe you're able to lift your heels, and if it's too much to lift the heels, just shift your weight forward and back through your feet. So heels up and down, or just take your weight forward and back, and just feel that weight shift from the back of your foot forward to the front of your foot. And we come back to standing. So we're going to keep the right hand on the chair. We're going to inhale the left arm, and then exhale, come into a side bend to the right. We rise back up to stand. We lower the left hand to the back of the chair. We inhale the right arm. Exhale, side bend left. We rise up to stand. We lower the right hand. So we're going to come into those goddess legs again. So we're going to step the right foot out to the right, turning the toes out. Step the left foot out to the left, turning those toes out. And then very gently begin to bend through the hips and knees. And as you do, you're trying to keep your body upright. You don't want to lean forward. And then again, like we did when we were in sitting, you're trying to hold your knees out. So we're going to bend, and then we're going to straighten. I'm sure this is some ballet thing. Bend, but the yogis had it first. And straighten, bend, and straighten. Beautiful. So let's, if you can, heel toe walk your feet together. So toes to heels to toes, or just step them together. All right, so some of what we did in sitting, we're going to try in standing. So we're going to take the right leg, step it to the right facing the mirror, and then take your left leg and step it back. So we're gonna bend the right knee and keep the left leg straight. We're gonna reach the right arm towards the mirror. So this is our version of Warrior Two. We're gonna turn the right palm up and take that right arm up and overhead and surrender. And we're just gonna flow this. So we're gonna come back to our Warrior Two on the inhale. Exhale, surrender. Inhale to your Warrior Two. Exhale and surrender. Come back to your Warrior Two. If you want, you can take your left arm behind you. So you're in a full Warrior Two, and then we're gonna flow. So we're gonna start here, and then on the exhale, we're gonna straighten the right knee, press the palms overhead. Come back to your Warrior Two. You can also hold the chair the whole time. Straighten. We'll come back to our Warrior Two, and we straighten once more. We come back to our Warrior Two. Straighten your right knee. We're going to come into triangle pose. So you're going to reach forward, hinge of the hips, and then take that right hand down to your right leg. So it can come to your thigh, it can come to your shin, it can come to your foot. You're holding the chair. You can keep your gaze down at the floor, which is the most stable. You can turn and look at the wall, or you can take your gaze skyward, which is the most difficult. So there's always options in yoga. And then to come out of the pose, if you're looking up at the ceiling, turn your gaze down towards the floor to make yourself stable. And now we're going to bend the right knee and then rise back up. So now we take this to the other side. So we turn the feet around. So we face the other direction. So now we bend the left knee. Right leg is straight behind. We reach the left arm forward. So this is our Vira Two. And then we turn the left palm up and then come into surrender. So now we flow. Inhale to Warrior Two. Exhale, surrender. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to our Warrior Two. Again, the option to take that right arm back behind. And now we inhale, straighten the left knee, press the palms overhead. Exhale back to Warrior Two, or hold the chair. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause here. And now we straighten the left knee. We reach forward, hinge, and then take the left hand down to the shin, the ankle of the foot. The gaze can stay down at the floor. What you're doing here is trying to squeeze your legs together. Maybe you turn and look at the wall or the ceiling. In Sanskrit, this is Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose, the most stable shape, triangle. If your gaze is up, turn it down towards the floor. We bend the left knee, we rise up to stand. And then we walk the feet together. Okay, so we're going to take a wide leg forward fold. So we're going to walk the feet back, and then we're going to step the feet out. And like we did earlier, so your feet are wide and you're trying to fold your body forward and make a L shape. So this is wide leg, half forward fold. And now we rise up through the body. We step the feet closer together. We walk them in close to the chair. We're going to, again, take the right leg out to the right. Step the left leg back behind. So we're going to come into our Viratu legs. So the right leg is bent, left leg is straight. Take your right elbow down to your thigh. So this is side angle pose. So you can continue to hold the chair. If you're feeling groovy, you can take your left hand to your left hip. And then other options would be to take your left arm skyward or overhead for extended side angle pose. If your arm is overhead, we take it skyward. We lower it to the chair. We rise up. We spin the feet around. So we try to stack the left knee over the ankle. Left elbow comes to the thigh. The chest is open. Can stay here. The hand can come to the hip. Can reach it skyward or overhead. If your arm is overhead, we reach it skyward. We take it down to the chair. We rise back up. Heel toe walk the feet together. Okay. So coming into standing. So again, rooting through the feet. When I say that, what do I mean? Is you want to press through the great toe ball mount, pinky toe ball mount, and then either side of your ankle. So the four corners of your foot are pressing down. When you work on your standing balance and you don't root this great toe, that's when people fall. So think about pushing that big toe into the floor. So we're going to keep the right hand on the chair. We're going to put weight into the right leg. Stand up nice and tall, and then bend the left knee. Maybe this is all you do, or maybe you catch the left foot with your hand. So just stretching the quad, challenging our balance, building strength in the right leg. If you have a foot, gently release, and if you're not holding, just lower your left foot to the floor. And now we change sides. So again, come back through the feet. So root through the four corners of both feet. Become stable. And then shift weight to the left. Draw the right foot up. Maybe catch the foot. If you're holding the foot, gently release, lower it down. I'm not sure how well this next one's going to work, but it's standing pigeon. Well, all right, so let's break it down. So come back to standing. Think about the four corners of both feet. So become stable. Shift weight into the right. Draw your left knee up towards your chest. And then if you can, hold it with your left hand. This is all we'll do today for this pose. And then we're gonna release and lower the left leg down. Become stable. Put your weight into your left foot, draw your right leg up. And if it's high enough and you can grab a hold, you can do that. And then we release and lower the right leg. We make our way back to sitting. I don't know why I script out a sequence. I can't read it. I'm too far away. So I'm just making it up as we go. All right, so in our chair, so let's work on our core a little bit. So if you can, come away from the back of your chair. Pick up your right knee. Hold here, engage your core. If you can, let go of the chair. Take your arms up overhead. So we're strengthening our core, we're strengthening our right hip flexor, our shoulders. We lower the hands through prayer. We lower the right. We release the hands, so same thing. So draw up through the abdomen. So you're setting your core, and now we pick up the left knee. And then maybe floating the arms overhead. And again, we lower the hands through prayer. We lower the left foot, do a quick time check. So I don't know. We're gonna try it. So hands on the chair to start. Pick up the right leg. Hold this. Pick up the left leg. Lower the left, we lower the right. So for this next one, if you like, you can sit back with your back against the chair. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can keep your back away from the chair. And we're gonna take the legs out in front. And then we're just gonna flutter the flutter kick. So just kicking the feet, kicking the legs up and down. And you're trying to sit up tall so that you're engaging your abdomen, your core. Again, we're working the hips, we're working the quads. If you want more challenge, you can take your arms up or out. We lower the hands through prayer. We lower the feet. We pause for a moment. So we sit up nice and tall, hands at prayer in front of your heart. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time, in and out. We take the hands and hold the chair. We take the legs out again. And this time we open the legs and close the legs. Open and close. If you want a little bit more, you can open, and then as you close, crisscross. out, in, and down. So again, we sit up nice and tall, hands at our heart center. We take a big breath in, big breath out. In, out, in, out. Okay, so we're going to reach for our straps. We're going to take the strap and loop it around your right foot. And you can sit again with your back against the chair if you want some support. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, come away from the back of the chair. From here, you're going to straighten your right leg forward and then transfer the belt to your right hand with your arm straight. It's a whole lot easier. So once your leg is straight, you're in position. See if you can lift your right leg a little bit higher, but only so far as you keep the right knee straight. So this is Supta Pada Gustasana. It's literally the translation is hand to great toe. We're going to keep this, and we're going to take the right leg out to the right. So this is Supta Pada Gustasana B. So stretching the inside of the right thigh. We're going to come back through center. Take the belt, or take your left hand, grab a hold of the belt, release your right. And now we're going to take the right leg over the left. It's kind of awkward in this position, but we're just going for a stretch to the outside of the right hip. So you don't have to go very far. Or if you want, you can take your left leg and step it out to the left to give yourself more room. If you want a little bit more, your toes should always face up, so you don't want to be toed in or out. And this is Supta Pada Gustasana C. So we come back through center. We release the pose, so release the tension in the whole, lower the right foot. And then we transfer the strap to the left foot. We straighten the knee. Hold the strap with the left hand with the arm straight. And then maybe lift it up a little bit more. Now we draw the left leg out to the left. Come back through center. So maybe stepping the right leg out to make a little room. Transferring the strap to the right hand and then drawing the left leg over to the right. We come back through center. We release the tension, lower the left foot. You can set the strap off to the side. So we started to work on standing pigeon and standing, so we'll work on seated pigeon. So we're gonna take the right leg, draw it up towards your chest, and then take your right foot over your left leg. So your foot and ankle are to the outside of your left thigh. And then very gently, you can add a little bit of compression, a little downward press, I'll say. I won't say push, that's too aggressive. And you should feel it in your right hip. You can draw your toes back, and that helps protect your knee. And then gently releasing that compression, crossing and lowering the right leg. And now we draw the left leg up. And then cross it over the right. We sit up tall, maybe add a little compression. Releasing the compression, we're going to cross and lower the left leg. Reach your arms out straight in front, and then cross at the wrists, and then turn your wrists to face one another, and then bind your hands together. From here, reach your arms forward a little bit more, so you feel your shoulder blades separate and move away from your spine. And now draw your shoulders back so that your shoulder blades move towards your spine. And then bend your elbows, drawing your hands in towards your chest if you can. And now we stretch the arms back out. And now we unclench the fingers, uncross the arms, and now we cross the other way. So now, for me, it's left over right. Interlace. Reach the arms forward. And now draw them back. And now bend your elbows, drawing your hands in towards your chest. And now we stretch them back out. Release the hands, uncross, lower them to your thighs. And now we sit back in our chair if you're not there already. Close your eyes. On the inhale, shrug your shoulders up. On the exhale, roll them back. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll back, open that chest. Inhale. Exhale. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. Keep your eyes closed. Come back to that intention that you set for yourself at the start of practice. Breathe with intention. So maybe practicing that Durga breath, that 3-part breath, inhaling through the abdomen, ribs, and collarbones. Exhale to heart center. Maybe practicing victorious breath, where you constrict your airway. Breathe in and out through the nose. nose, creating that Darth Vader sound. This final quote is from Arnie Kozak. Ultimately, it is only by mindfully caring for ourselves that we can truly and effectively care for others with compassion. Become aware of your physical presence. Take your thumb and touch each finger. Wiggle your toes in your shoes. Draw your hands together at the space of your heart. Bow your chin. Thank you for joining me in practice today. Namaste. The divine in me recognizes the divine in you. Om Shanti, 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 peace. Thank you, everyone.